Last year, Venezuela's economy was marred by currency problems, drastic shortages and political wars. It also entered a recession. While this year many fear that the country is close to collapse. The GDP suffered a 0.4% contraction according to estimates. The government now has inaugurated a reform agenda that might put the country back on track. Brian Sturgess is managing editor with World Economics. He joins me on the line now. Brian, Venezuela's government is expected to relax foreign currency market rules, aiming to ease shortages of basic goods that fueled month-long protests. How much of an impact do you think that these reforms could have?
Well, I wouldn't say in a dramatic way, because discussions have been had about how the relaxation will occur. Still very, very partial, and it's under the control of the government. And when you have a situation which you have in Venezuela, where you have an official rate which is effectively a fiction, and you have a black market rate, based upon the realities of the inflation and what's going on in the country, to close those gaps requires quite severe shock treatment, which of course the socialist government will not do. The sort of thing that you had in Russia when on the collapse of the Soviet Union, what actually happened to the ruble. Until you actually can get fictional prices back to world market prices, tinkering won't help.
Do you agree that the economy will continue to deteriorate? How bad do you think the situation could get?
Well, it's been deteriorating for a long time. The shortages are getting worse, but the shortages are about controls and about the artificial price systems. When you say how bad can it get, you can actually have an economy in low gear for quite a long time. If you think about the case of Zimbabwe with high inflation and shortages and so on, but Zimbabwe did a currency reform. It really depends upon how long the government can sit on protest for. And of course, Chavez was more populist than his successor.
Could there be detrimental effects in the long term to foreign companies operating in Venezuela and to tourism?
Oh no, yes, yeah. It's very, very badly damaged anyway. Yeah. I can't see things getting any better anytime soon. You have a change of government, and you have a government which is going to be realistic about liberalising the economy.
How will this situation affect the economies of other LATAM countries?
For countries like Brazil and Chile, not really any effect at all. Colombia, which is closer in terms of trade, will have some impact, but the most important impact comes upon that other kind of country where nobody believes the official inflation figures, where the government does try to intervene, which is Argentina. In a sense, it's a lesson to Argentina to pull back from the direction it's been going. So it's more of a lesson, but the actual economic impact is not going to be enormous.
OK, Brian, thanks for joining me on the line today. And that's all from me for now. But do check back for further updates during the week. Bye for now.